Okay, let's be real. How many times have you said sorry today? If I had to guess, it's probably more than a few. And I bet half of those weren't even actually necessary. Like, imagine you're in a coffee shop and someone bumps into you and you're the one apologizing. I'm sorry, what? Did you manifest them crashing into you? I think not, but you still end up doing it. We're gonna go over why we apologize, why it's messing up our confidence, and more importantly, how to stop. There are 3 different factors that we can look at when it comes to over apologizing. Number 1 is the social conditioning factor. A lot of this starts when we're kids, and when we're young, we are told that being nice means constantly saying sorry for things, even when we didn't do anything wrong. Number 2 is the people-pleasing factor. If you're someone who doesn't like conflict, you're probably just apologizing to keep the peace. An example of this could be apologizing for asking a question or taking up a little bit of extra time when in a meeting at work. When we are people-pleasing, we are putting other people on a pedestal above us, meaning that they deserve more. We think that apologizing to them, they are on a hierarchy. And that is what people-pleasing is. It's treating someone better to avoid that conflict and to make them like you more. People-pleasing strives from a lack of self-esteem. The unfortunate thing with people-pleasing is that when we try to make other people like us, it actually makes us seem less confident and less competent in situations. We're giving up our own time just to have other people feel better about themselves rather than giving that love to ourselves. And then number 3 is the anxiety and self-doubt factor. Sometimes we say sorry because we're worried that we're bothering other people or annoying them, but 9 out of 10 times, you're not actually. This anxiety factor can have people overthinking about situations and assuming that they're just bothering and inconveniencing other people. Like you send a text and they don't reply, and then you respond back with, "Oh, sorry to bother you," when you weren't bothering them. They just might not have had time to respond to you at that exact moment. Some common misconceptions about apologizing is, but what if I sound rude? Actually, no, you won't, because being direct is not the same thing as being rude. Confidence and clarity are not rude. People actually appreciate your direct communication. You can be kind and direct at the same time. Clarity is confidence. Another one is, but what if people think I'm too full of myself? Confidence is not arrogance, it's self-respect. As long as you know the difference between being arrogant and owning your own worth, you'll be just fine. Arrogance is thinking that you are better than everybody else. It's like putting yourself on the pedestal. As long as you're not putting yourself on the pedestal and you don't look down upon other people, then you're not full of yourself. Because confidence is knowing that you're enough without shrinking yourself, because the right people will respect your confidence. And if they don't, that means that they are not confident in themselves and they are insecure about your confidence. If someone reacts badly, that means that they are uncomfortable with their own insecurities. It has nothing to do with you. There are 4 hidden downsides to over apologizing. This can look like weakening your words. If you constantly apologize for things when you actually didn't do them, and then you have to apologize for something that you truly did do, those words mean less. It loses its impact. Over apologizing also makes you look less confident. People pick up on how you talk about yourself. So if you're constantly apologizing, you come across as unsure, even when you're totally capable, and they'll be able to sense that low self-esteem that people-pleasing carries. It also teaches other people to expect it. The more you over-apologize, the more people expect you to. And ironically, it can make people treat you with less respect. And a lot of us don't even realize that we're doing it. We've been doing it for so long now that it just becomes habitual. And we constantly apologize for things that were not actually our fault. Next, we're gonna get into how we can stop over-apologizing and level up. Step 1 is to recognize when you're saying it. Next 24 hours, I'm gonna give you a challenge. I want you to actively notice when you're apologizing. Very self-aware about it, because awareness is the first step. And take notes on your sorry habits. Why are you apologizing? What are you apologizing for? Did it actually make sense for you to apologize, or are you just apologizing just because? Step 2 is to swap out sorry for something a bit stronger. Instead of saying, "Sorry, I'm late," you could say, "Thanks for waiting." Instead of saying, "Oh, sorry to bother you," you could say, "Do you have a moment?" Or, "Sorry for the late reply." Say, I appreciate your patience. By doing this quick mindset shift, it will help you to quickly move past the over-apologizing routine. Step 3 is to ask yourself, do I actually need to apologize? If you didn't do anything wrong, then you don't owe an apology. You don't owe an apology for taking up space, for asking a question, for needing help, or for expressing your feelings. Step number 4 is to say sorry when it matters. An apology should mean something, so when you do apologize, make it real. Some quick things to remember when you're making a meaningful apology is to acknowledge what happened, take responsibility for your part, and offer a solution if needed. Step number 5 is growing confidence. When we're over-apologizing, a cause of this can be a low self-esteem, and confidence really helps combat that. Confidence is about owning your own presence. It's about not feeling guilty about the space you're taking up. Let's be clear. Confidence is not about being loud or aggressive. It's about knowing your worth and not apologizing for it. Many people mistake confidence with cockiness, but the real confidence is just about being secure in yourself and not putting other people down. Because do you think a confident person would put someone else down? No, they would not. No, because they're already secure with themselves. So why would they want to put other people down? They don't believe in the whole hierarchy system. They don't believe that they're on a pedestal. They are in their own world and secure in themselves. Now think about someone you admire. Do they apologize for their presence? Do they say sorry every time they ask for something? Probably not. And that's what we're aiming for. Now, as I said, there is a connection between the apology and confidence. So the more you over-apologize, the more you're reinforcing the idea that you don't belong where you are, which is just so not true. You deserve exactly where you're meant to be. And every time you say sorry unnecessarily, you're subconsciously telling yourself, I'm a burden, I don't deserve to take up space, I need to shrink myself just to make other people feel better about themselves. That doesn't make any sense. And that is the problem. And the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit. I'll just ask you a question. Do any of these sound like you? You say sorry for the things that aren't your fault. You downplay your achievements. You avoid asking other people for help because you don't want to bother them. You avoid expressing your feelings. And you feel guilty for taking up someone's time. If you're nodding along, don't worry, because I used to feel the same way. But confidence is something you build over time. Confidence isn't about faking it. I'm all for fake it till you make it. But fake it till you make it can only last for so long. In that time of faking it till you make it, we do have to build up that confidence. And it's about retraining your brain to see yourself as someone who deserves what you have in this current moment. And also, let's remember that literally disappointing people and making mistakes is a complete rite of passage in life. It means that you are setting up and creating your own path rather than the path of your friends or your family. You are creating your own path without the opinions of others. If you disappoint them, that's okay. It's gonna suck in the moment, but that's okay because you are creating the life that you want and deserve. And I'd like to end off this video with some affirmations that you can use to help get out of this over-apologizing routine. I deserve to take up space and speak my mind with confidence. My words and opinions are valuable and I express them without apologizing. My self-worth isn't defined on anyone's opinion because my validation is the only thing that matters. I communicate clearly and assertively, knowing that my voice matters. Confidence is my natural state. I stand tall, speak boldly, and own my worth. All right, now it's time to check in. How many times have you apologized today? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to see where you guys are on your over-apologizing journey. If this video helped you, make sure to subscribe and like for more content like this. And I know that you want to help the people in your life, so make sure to share this with someone who needs to stop apologizing for everything. And let me know in the comments down below what video you'd like to see next. Just remember that you don't need to apologize for everything. Own your space, speak with confidence, and leave the unnecessary stories behind. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!